The order. You're gonna miss that.
Walter,
Here.
Lori Fitzgerald. Here. Arlen Kai.
Here.
Steve Jernigan.
Here.
And Tim LeBron.
Here. Okay, excellent.
Thank you.
And then item 3, we've got 2 sets of minutes, September 9th, September 15th.
I move. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. This is going quickly.
Yes.
Second. I can do,
Yes.
so what's happening? Anything, any questions, comments, edits, anything? Okay, then without objection, the minutes are approved, September 9th, September 15th. Item 4, of the financial report, loan update and payment vouchers, on page 10, I believe.
So you will see in our payment vouchers that there was one that I added kind of late in the afternoon, which was the payment for the Lee equipment, which is the park equipment.
That is.
So, and then actually the invoice not only is in the packet that you guys signed, but then the invoice is actually in the packet itself. I included it in the packet just for everyone to look at. I can't remember what page it is.
No, I think I have that.
Yeah. And this one includes that, right?
Yeah, that includes it. I can't remember what page I put the packet. Oh, the Lee one is in here, the Lee.
Oh,
The Lee one, is in
That's-
here, but I included it in the packet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't remember what page it's on. And then, we're also gonna be paying back the 1-year loan that we borrowed for the capital equipment for the, from Lake Ridge Bank.
As planned.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
planned, yeah, yeah.
We need a motion for that.
We do.
Well,
We don't. Well, let's see. Let's do it. I'm not totally sure, so let's say yes.
yes, I'll move the approval of the payment vouchers.
The second? I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Thank you. Public comments? Nobody's online, bro. And item 6, Road and Traffic Safety Committee report. A is the Payne and Dolan. What do we owe? And what is?
Okay, so I
page
to do this,
18.
yes, and Arlen, can you look at that for me? 'Cause I was trying to do this on my own and I'm not sure that I did it correctly. So on Sue's email, it looks like the approved final amount was 506,080.21, and I'm looking at page 18.
Yes.
That looks to be what she said we would owe them. Now, we paid them the 464,669, which was what the bid amount was.
Mm-hmm.
So then it would look to me that we would owe them $41,411.21. I mean, I did the math again, but
That's close enough.
okay.
One of the emails was confusing.
And then,
So it wasn't, it seemed to indicate that we owed the 11,000 instead of the 41.
so that's probably my problem is that then the invoice is 52,000, which is on page 19. So I'm saying the difference between the invoice and what we owed is 11,000. I think so that would be.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But I just wanted to be clear that I was thinking that correctly.
Okay,
And
Road and Safety was recommending
Mhm.
that we pay them the 41,000 rather than the 52,665. Primarily one, that this is an definite overage. It's an overage even by what we're remembering. We have remeasured it 3 times and come to that this is the amount the number should be using their tonnage dollar per. I do not doubt that they have invested that extra tonnage, but we didn't ask for it.
Mhm.
We have another issue that once they saw that this was going to be significantly over their bid, they did not come to us and say, hey, do something about this,
Even though we requested that a number of times.
even though. Now, for getting that, and Sue had talked to them repeatedly, they were not wanting to talk. And I'd say we pay them the 41,411 and 21 cents. And if they want to talk, this is the only way that we can get them to talk. I think we have a strong case in that I do not believe that we have been unduly enriched, even though they put more asphalt on than what we specified. And even if there were some things there, and if we're talking, I think we can make them part of the team of helping to make better bid documents and specifications. So I'm moving from road and safety to cut a check for 41,411 and 21 cents to pay Payne and Dolan as a final payment to them.
Okay, do I hear a second for that?
Second.
All right, here's some discussion. I'm a little concerned about this because they haven't really agreed to anything, right? I saw an email somewhere that said, from Dustin, I think, and maybe it was today, that said, I'm paraphrasing in a huge way, we stand by our number.
Correct.
Yeah, they are.
So that, and what I'm concerned about is paying the 41,000 is just gonna kick this down the road, or we're gonna be having this discussion with them if they ever discuss it for months and months.
Final payment.
What's that?
This is a final payment.
They don't think it's a final payment.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be back and forth for, X number of months. Should we get the town attorney involved
Not yet.
at this? Well,
We can alert him. But I don't think we need to get him involved yet.
And I think if we get the town attorney involved, we're gonna end up paying a town attorney the difference.
We don't have a claim from Payne and Dolan yet, or a complaint, or a suit.
Right.
I'm not-
In other words, sue us. If you want the rest, then sue us.
right.
And then we'll talk to the attorney. This is not terrible. I don't know if this is comparable to our repair people in the cable.
Yeah.
That was cut in Raven Oaks, and it's a little different. That's different in that they were really ludicrous in their amount.
Right, right. A big part of me just wants it to end, because this is not a good use of our time at all to be going back and forth on the Payne and Dolan balance. I don't have a huge objection.
Pardon?
I don't have a huge objection to paying the 41 without like an actual agreement. But I think it won't be the end of the story. And I think it's gonna carry on for a while.
Well, I think
So if we're up for it, I mean, if we're up for it, I mean, I'll be in. I just think that cautionary tale, right? I think it's gonna not end just because we pay a fraction.
most likely not. Jennifer, how often do you put on their final payment?
I would never, I mean, I've
That
never
would
put
be
it on there.
important.
Yeah, yeah,
Based on the current motion, that would be an
Yeah.
important element.
yeah. I
Because
will.
what it insinuates is that if they cash the check, we're done. Otherwise, they won't cash the check because they will officially dispute it.
Right.
Then talk to us.
Yes.
Given the fact they haven't and talked to us, given the fact that you guys have gone over your numbers and find that your measurements are accurate, I would totally be against paying them that $11,000 or whatever, unless it came to let's lost and you gotta pay it.
Yeah.
But I think we're right.
This is the number that is most favorable to them. We have three calculations,
Yes,
and two of the calculations say we owe less,
Yes.
even less.
So
Right.
we're being fair.
And they very much just say, oh, it's not worth it to go up 11,000.
Correct.
They may say that,
yeah.
They may.
and then end of story.
I mean, one of the measurements came from someone who has 30 years working for them,
Oh, okay, all right.
who was on our committee.
Oh, okay.
30 years of working for him. And he said, well, he has 30 years of working for them.
Yep.
And knows very clearly how much should have been used and what they're claiming, and that they are different. And we are being the most generous here.
Mhm.
And their communication has been atrocious. It has been absent,
There hasn't been any.
completely absent.
And
And
that's from the
I,
beginning.
from the very beginning. And when we told them before they started, if you, as this project is going down, as you are paving, if you find that you are putting on more than what was expected, you need to stop and weeding it out.
Mhm.
And what they did instead is they looked at our 10% contingency and chewed up the whole thing plus a little.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I'm with Steve. I think we pay the $41,000 as a final payment, period.
Mhm.
That's me too.
Could I throw out just a couple things
Yeah,
Sure.
more on the other side?
Mhm.
First of all, our relationship with that company, is it maybe I'm not saying not do what we're doing,
Mhm.
but do we want to try to promote better communication while we're going through this? Because they have been a very, we've used their services a great
Mhm.
deal,
Mhm.
and we value the quality of their work. Is this a situation where our relationship with Payne and Dolan is something we want to be, we don't necessarily, I'm not saying let them, you know what I'm saying? They're not communicating very well.
They're not communicating at
Yeah.
all.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But aside from that, sometimes I think you can win a war, lose a battle, win a battle, lose a war. Just wondering about that down the road,
Mhm.
because I've already seen how this bidding is a big deal for local businesses to get these projects.
Yeah.
And we like their work.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I had another thought that has eluded me at this point, but just,
And here's my concern about that, Lori, is that if we had had another contractor come in and
Mhm.
bid $20,000 more and
Mhm.
lost this contract,
Mhm.
and we end up paying
just-
$30,000 more than their contract
Yeah,
amount,
yeah.
how's that going to look?
Yeah.
I think there is a history with some companies where they underbid projects and make it up this way.
On the contingency,
Yes,
yes.
on the contingency.
Okay.
And it gets them successfully through the bidding process. And then they end up billing like this
Right,
and undermining the bidding process
right,
by doing that. And so that's a concern of mine.
right. Okay, then one of the other thing that keeps coming in and out of focus here. Again, it was such a good point, I thought. Oh, this whole issue of, we did not have a written agreement that they would notify us, or did we?
We
did,
had written communication.
but it wasn't part of the contract language.
I don't know.
Correct?
Yeah, I don't know
So
that.
the other argument would be, that this was part of it was a kind of a looseness on our part in the contract language, because the Road and Traffic Safety Committee is kind of looking at that.
Mhm.
And, is there some merit in just kind of learning from the mistake and going forward? But that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have as much of the other background, and just throwing that out because I always feel you just have a loyalty to local businesses, long-term relationships with people that have been good service to you,
Mhm.
that, you know, this kind of thing can sometimes bite you down the road.
Right.
Two-way street on the loyalty part.
Well, I
If
know.
they're not communicating. I look at that as, you know, they're not being very loyal to a very good customer.
Right.
I think this is going to be a helping foster better communications in the future versus us rolling over and take it. We'll write out, we'll keep writing out checks as long as you keep sending them to us.
Yeah.
I think this is going to improve the communication for upcoming projects. Yes, Payne and Dolan has been good to us. They've also have not been
Yes.
as good to us
And,
on some other projects.
and I do get the point. We remeasured 3 different times and we gave them the version that was most generous to them, to
Mhm.
their side.
Mhm.
So we did go that far in trying to compromise or reach.
And they have gone nowhere to
Mhm.
compromise.
Mhm.
They have not budged one bit. They are not about compromise on this issue. And they're not about communication, even though we asked for it very clearly at the very beginning.
So I think this is going to be fostering better communication in
Hope
the
so.
future.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know,
Right. Well, I think we should enforce it somehow. I mean, here are a couple points that sort of like dances around what Lori is saying and what everybody's saying. I don't know who we were in touch with besides Dustin, but I think as part of a project, we should acquire a contact list, including escalation, right? If the project manager is not doing anything, who do
Right.
we talk to next? Who do we talk to if the next guy doesn't do it or
Yeah.
what?
Mhm.
It's at some point early on, I know Dustin wasn't responding. I don't know what happened after that, but 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Next
Mhm.
person, who should, and who did we try to contact them? I don't
Yeah.
know. I also think that with bigger dollar projects like road work, at some point, and maybe there's cut off, I don't know what the dollar amount would be, that there would be our attorney, legal review prior to us signing anything. Because we got burned a little bit on this, and maybe we needed more in the contract. Maybe we needed something more specific. Maybe we needed, I don't know but something was missing. So I think there should be legal review prior to contract signing.
Over what dollar amount? Should we?
Over $8 amount.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's
that's
doing like patch filling.
Yeah, that's more, so that's a
$10,000,
policy.
Don't care.
But a policy issue.
But it'd be, yes, absolutely,
Yes.
not part of
Yes.
this is tangential, I
Got it.
say, but, and then, so I don't know what the dollar amount is, something that we wouldn't want to get burned by.
Mhm.
And then I think too, that, before we use whatever legal document we're using now, and I think you alluded to this, Arlen, is that we review that and rewrite it and get it tighter.
and that's what's in the process right now,
Okay,
getting ready for the next round of bidding.
Next
Yeah.
season.
okay, perfect.
So
But at some point though, even though we're rewriting it, I don't know who's assisting with that or whatever we come out with. If it starts to be an instrument that's involved in a bigger project, and we'll define bigger at some point,
Mhm.
then I would want that reviewed prior to, and this is just me, I mean, obviously we have to agree on it.
Like,
But I would think we should review that prior to contracting with Payne and Dolan or whoever else.
Yes.
it's fine. And Jennifer, how much review of previous contracts has our attorney done before?
With-
Zero.
With ours or in general?
They're just one-offs.
Zero.
Right?
Yeah,
Just one-offs.
yeah. Not road work. Don't know of any that I can think of.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of this, we had a little glancing blow of this out over the snowplow truck.
Yes.
How that thing grew
Right.
over a period of time, whether it be typical in the marketplace or not. It got more expensive.
Yeah.
While we sat and waited 2.5 years
Right.
for that truck.
Right.
Now, it didn't burn us because we were able to get out of the contract because there was no contract. But yeah, I think if we, do contracts over $100,000. How many contracts do we do over $100,000?
It's gonna be road.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be roads, I mean, unless we do a building.
I mean, I'm in the construction business. It requires a signed change order.
Yeah, right,
Otherwise,
right.
it's the bid amount. And a
Right.
signed change order says, we talked about this, we agreed this is what the change was going to be. I signed and you signed.
Yeah.
And without that, it's the contract amount.
Yeah.
So,
And the contract that was signed did not have that provision in there.
Uh,
You know, it had a 2-sentence overage
based on tonnage,
based on tonnage, I think, yeah.
yeah, so that.
But that-
But it was,
that incents them to put more tonnage in.
yeah, so that's what I'm just saying, the contract needs some.
Yeah.
That's all. So let's not belabor it anymore. We can come back to this later, but so no more discussion on this one. On the approval of the 40, whatever that amount was.
41,000.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Thank you. And then still with roads and traffic,
You have the 5-year plan.
looks like page 21 is what it's.
What we don't have is, the 2030. It will be, we're getting recommendations from Public Works as to where the seal coating is at that time.
Mhm.
Everything we read is kind of the changes or the updating. It is not likely that, it is most likely that this culvert across Bellbrook Road that had been talked about by DNR is not likely to happen. That there is we don't, and right now, we still don't know what the status of the bridge is, other than
Mhm.
it's about to be
It's on the
reviewed
verge.
again.
Yeah.
But it didn't pass for this year's cycle. It didn't rank, or they didn't choose it.
It's not.
Wasn't it a notch or two away from?
Yes.
whatever
It's
the-
it's
whatever
just
the limit is?
perilously near that, but
Yeah.
not
Yes,
yet.
I think we 51, 52, 53 ratings. Yeah.
Does it have to fall
Below
apart
50.
before?
Yes, it's the imminent, it's on the imminent.
It's imminent.
Put a sign up.
Guys, I missed my,
Cross it.
I was biking over last week.
Well, fortunately, not many people do. So this is where we're at. Lori, you have anything great
No.
pearls of wisdom on this?
Mhm.
It's nice to have a plan.
No, but I
Yeah.
do want to give a shout out to this idea of making sure we're really sequencing our work. And that's trickier than you know,
Mhm.
takes thought and time and planning and sometimes you keep moving things around because of budget. Oh, I guess we'll have to defer that and that. So yeah, I think that's really a great thing that we're trying to do that.
Mhm. Are we keeping an updated version of the plan on the website?
I don't think we have one yet. I think we're just waiting for, maybe we're just gonna wait for 2030, but we can put, I think we talked about putting it on the website.
I think we should. I think any plan that we have, whatever the committee is, I think that should be kept up to date on the website.
One last thing about the planning, I think, one of the things that has us a little bit sideways on the last issue is that we budgeted for it. I think we budgeted for the contracted amount. And maybe we should budget for the
Overage.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
contracted plus the contingency.
Which is interesting, because I know we budgeted over on some smaller contracts, maybe
Yeah,
equipment,
yeah, but we
vehicles or
didn't
something,
this
but we
time.
did not this, but yeah,
Okay.
definitely true.
That seems like a good plan.
Say that a little slower.
I think that we budgeted for the contracted amount on the Payne and Dolan contract. As opposed to budgeting for the contracted amount, including the contingency. So that, because we didn't do that this time. And so when they spent the contingency based on their invoice, we're like, we didn't approve an extra $50,000.
Mhm.
And, it raises
Correct.
the consternation a bit.
Well, we don't know the next bid. There were a number of bids.
Yes.
And they were significantly more
Yes,
than what our budget and
Yes.
contingency.
yes, right,
But no, that's definitely true,
yes,
but it also could have been a fluke, you know, they could have, you could imagine a world where Payne and Dolan just barely won the bid at the contract amount and not the contract plus contingency.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
we're paying them off, 550 when somebody did something like that.
That's too, so.
yeah. Suddenly they became the second highest bidder.
Yeah, that would be
That would be bad.
an ugly look.
So anyway, it's just more than anything raising the awareness that when we do the budgeting, we, especially on these big contracts, that we're just cognizant of budgeting for the expected contract plus the contingency.
Yeah.
That's all.
Anything else on the plan? Well, good on. Okay, and then on to item 7A is the Public Works trailer. I think it's on page. Well, actually, I think it's, you see the torque one for
Pictures on
Yeah,
page
sorry,
24.
that's kind of got
There.
covered up.
So for Abel, Sheldon and myself went to the site and looked in the crowd and looked at the two trailers. This is the one. They're, as you see, they're finished. They're have utilities. They've got some furniture. They've got a microwave. They've got a little fridge. They've got some windows. And I find, and you see a little storage area there in the, you open up the container end. They actually have an area for tools
Oh, yeah,
that's
sure.
in there.
Separate from the office area.
And also accessible from the outside and from the office area.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an ideal situation to get moved out there, and he's looking at the 13,000, including delivery.
Oh, that was my next question. And that include delivery and setup.
Well, we have to do the utilities.
Yes, but they'll bring it and level it.
I'm certainly the leveling part that
Okay.
sure
All right.
about.
But they'll bring it,
We can hope that that's going to happen
all right?
if Sheldon and crew
They-
say, this is the spot,
Yes,
and that spot doesn't shift.
yeah,
So we have to, before it comes up, we have to have that little discussion as to, this is the spot.
Yeah.
Remind me, this is what you went where to see this?
In Cambridge.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so this is a small unit.
What's
It
by
was
small meaning? What's the size of it?
10 by 20.
20, I think. Yeah,
So
it
it-
is.
It is
It's
finished. It can use everything from office to sleeping quarters for some of his crew up on projects that were up north.
It's
He's-
8.6
he's
by
no-
20.
So he's no longer a contractor up north.
Mhm.
So he's staying closer to home and no longer needs these.
So this would be enough room for them to use it?
It is, Sheldon put his blessings upon it.
Okay,
Because that it's bigger and better. It's definitely better than what they have right now. And I'd say
saw those
that
guys Saturday.
it may even be slightly bigger or close to the same size.
And more efficient space. In use of space.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
So I think this would be a place that they can warm their toes when they
Yeah.
need
Good
to go
on-
in
good on-
with-
And cool.
We settled in on just one of the,
just one.
you just need one. Okay.
We can get, if you really want the second
Or if you
one.
want one for yourself.
I'll put it in the backyard.
Are they both about the same quality?
They're
They're
about the
finished
same
about
quality.
the same and,
The other one had a little moisture damage that he had flooring on there that was a little more damaged and he's
Yeah.
had. So that's
Mm,
Yeah, gotcha.
don't. So if you're really looking for a second one, which is small,
I'm personally not. But,
and even as far as our official duties here go.
right, if we, I don't know, I mean, for 13 grand, it's kind of a steal.
I don't wanna get reassessed, so I don't want one.
Yes,
No, I.
That might put you
Don't
over
think-
the
and it's technically not attached to the property, so it isn't really a permanent structure.
It will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blaine County defines this as a permanent structure.
Do they?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
And containers are, when they get popped down and they're, if they were on wheels,
Yes, that'd be different.
that'd be different.
Okay.
Okay, just to clarify my statement, do we need a second or want a second one for somewhere on the town properties?
I don't think that's a bad question.
I mean, really, it seems like it's a decent deal.
Okay.
But I don't know
And what are we going,
I don't know where to put it, or,
I put this to Abel
yeah,
Mhm.
and he says, sure, we can use it and pile it full of shit,
Exactly.
So,
You'll
yeah,
always
so
fill
the
your
answer is
closets.
they
That's
didn't
my.
want-
unquote.
He didn't want, they don't, Ryan and Abel do not want something like this, is what I
Uh,
heard.
for their
Oh,
own
for their-
office.
For their own.
oh, I didn't mean for their office, I mean, that obviously.
Or
it's
you're
just-
wondering
it's a
something
small-
else.
For future uses and something there that could, yeah.
I don't know. I'm
That's-
really
It's a good
thinking-
thought.
I'm thinking, do we need a second one of the torque for any reason? I don't know.
We have that other building out there. You know.
We have
Those sheds,
and that,
Yeah.
you just hit, that's what Abel was saying. We have a large
Sure.
shed
Out
for
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Equipment
Okay.
and things
Yeah.
and. All,
Good for
everything
people.
this second unit would get used for is open the door and throw in more
Yeah.
file
Probably.
boxes of stuff.
Probably. Okay, all right, just wanted to ask.
And otherwise, yes, it's very tempting to the second one.
No, what I don't,
Nice.
what I don't remember is how far along we were with approval on this. Did we blanket approve this? Did
No, we did not. That's what
Mhm.
it's
So we need to-
we need to do.
Approve it
We need to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Work?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you put some money down on it?
We put money down
To
on it, which
secure
would be as a security. So we were serious, so.
We have to vote tonight
Contingent on.
whether to, and this goes into the upcoming year's budget, is that right? Or no, is this part of this loan?
The-
That'd be
Financing.
part of the financing. I mean, we obviously are gonna probably pay them this year.
I move the board approve the 13,000 purchase of the torque trailer unit.
I would second that.
Okay, any other discussion on this? Nope, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Excellent, passes. Good.
The office, going back to 7A, the other office, we've got two, and thank you, Steve, for chasing down additional reality check on another trailer. But that came in, it was an 80-some.
Yeah, I think it was eight.
I'm sorry, I didn't put Steve's in there. I thought you were at the last budget hearing. I thought you were not looking
Yeah, I
at
think it was
that
eighty
one.
something then.
Yes, it was
But
in the last.
that included a ramp that wasn't needed. It
Right,
was a
right.
$22,000 ramp or 29,000, whatever.
That's a lot, yeah.
That's a,
And the Will Scott is 60-ish. Right?
yeah.
Yes.
So,
Right. And has Abel and Ryan, have they gone down to Elgin, Illinois to take a look at the sample trailer?
That I don't know.
Okay, I would like to to get this going.
Yes.
Rolling.
Yeah.
That we get a contract with Will Scott to get the 34 by 10 mobile office unit for some, see, is it was 60?
Can I pause you right there? Is it 36 by?
36 by
34 by 10? Document says
Depends on
36.
what you measure.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you want
just
to
clarify, it's a 32 box, but it's a 36-foot trailer.
30, and it's 32 by 10 net or 9.9. Nominally 30 by 10 mobile office pending satisfactory approval by Public Works and they inspect the units down there. Yeah, I'm looking, they should take a look at it.
Right.
I think we should approve this if it passes their muster.
Should,
How do we
can we
phrase it?
approve it that way or by dollar amount? Like, let's say, whatever the dollar amount is this, should we say we approve a purchase of a trailer up to whatever the 60 something, whatever it is?
60,435.
If there's a plus a skirt.
Oh, yes, that
2,000 skirt in the
$2,000.
bottom.
I'm not totally sure about the. Well, it's very similar, I guess, to any like truck, buying a truck, right?
Yes,
And so we approve the truck purchase
up to.
up to a dollar amount, I think.
Yeah, that's what we normally do. We usually approve it up to $1 amount.
Because then if it falls through
It's not
with Will Scott,
specific.
then you can keep looking and there's still a pending
Then-
approval.
Just as a little contingency, something 65.
Just another point of clarification. They still have sales tax on here. And the sales tax is sufficient to pay for that skirting. Because it's $57,000, but then they added estimated taxes, which is the 5% or whatever it is.
Well, it's also
Which took it over
delivery.
60,000.
Yeah, it's still it's also delivery.
I wonder if we're exempt.
Okay, yeah, there's a clarification that needs to happen.
But they have, yeah, and they list custom delivery in the quote of $2,500.
There you go.
So, and setup is also included in there. And I think that the vinyl skirting installed should also be, that should be installed. I don't want them dropping off
Oh, yeah,
a
right.
stack of vinyl skirting and saying, good
Yeah,
luck.
yeah.
So
So
I think the 57,285 plus $2,000 for vinyl skirting still keeps us under $60,000. As long as they don't charge us sales tax, which we shouldn't be charged sales tax.
Is that cutting it a little bit close?
We can do it for more, but
I think balancing it up to whether it's 65 or 65, 63, anywhere between 60 and 65, I guess.
For some reason, if this should fall through, we want to make sure
A little more
there's a lot
flexibility.
more in there just in case.
Well, these
Right.
are two different kind of things you're talking about, right? You're talking about approving the contract, and then you're talking about,
Yes.
we're also gonna have to talk about approving a loan amount, so.
Yeah.
So the kind of,
Mhm.
you have to borrow the money
Would
as
you
well.
accept the 65?
yeah, sure.
Okay,
Up to,
up to 65.
just as long as
And get
we,
the target of 60 or less.
yes, correct. As long as,
Again, this is kind of tangential too, but we can get to the vote here right away, but I think we would want to send Abel and Ryan with a list of things to watch for in
Yes.
a purchase agreement, like
Right.
this.
yes.
So it
skirting needs to be
includes
installed.
skirting installed,
Yes,
and then it would be no sales tax.
yes.
And then.
Is this company based in Wisconsin or Illinois?
They were based here. They're now in Elgin, Illinois.
Does anybody know if Illinois would recognize tax exempt government status in Wisconsin in a deal?
I think tax exempt is tax.
Yeah.
exempt.
They do, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did some tax.
Okay. Okay, but it's, and that's almost irrelevant for the vote, we're gonna say 65, then it is relevant for the Abel and Ryan
Yes.
actual purchase.
Yeah.
The other thing that they note, by the way, is that they get 100% upfront before it's delivered
Oh,
instead of.
geez.
Okay,
That's a problem.
Well, it's a problem if we don't have a.
Where does that say?
It's gotta be here by a final date or that's null and void.
So right at the top of
Like
the
a truck.
payment terms, the second page there, at the very top. Payment terms, 100% due upon signing.
What would you recommend?
I'd recommend that's negotiable.
It's negotiable. What would you recommend for 25 down?
I'd say even 50-50, I'd
50-50,
be
I'd
comfortable with.
that's what came to mind.
Yeah, 50% down, 50% upon delivery and final setup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We can just say that's, we can.
And then
We can say something
say,
that we can't do 100%, or it's a town policy.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
right,
They don't have to know one way or the other.
yeah,
Well, put them on a negotiating table. You know, I say 25. Let them go up to an acceptable amount.
Yeah,
Well-
I would think that that's probably geared not toward governments.
No,
Maybe,
probably.
you know, like here's an individual or here's a
Right.
small company or something. So I think that should, I don't know,
thank you for catching that.
Yes.
I have 4 things. So
Mhm.
we have the skirting installed,
Yes,
no sales tax.
yes,
Satisfactory approval by Public Works,
yes,
and then the 50% down and 50% at final setup.
yes.
are you gonna put that in part of the motion?
I was gonna
As a
put that in motion, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Does
yeah.
that sound right?
And then if there was anything else.
I'm good with that.
Any other discussion on this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Oh, wait, I need a second.
Oh,
Second,
okay. Oh, I'm way out of order. Okay, we'll have a quick discussion. Okay, we're done with the discussion. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Excellent, thank you. Let's see, item 8, park committee report. Looks like there's one thing somewhat park related on page 36 that's already happened.
That's happened.
and that went well. They had
Good.
5 adults plus kids there. I talked to some, oh, Dave was at the auction too today.
Oh, was he?
So,
That's fine.
and, but several neighbors came up and said, oh, we were here to help spread the mulch and we had, 5 adults plus kids, and it didn't take us very long. So that was this event.
They did some seeding today. I think.
Yes. Yep, I saw Abel out there. Brian and Abel out there.
So a success.
A success, indeed.
Well, and we haven't done this before, have we?
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That whole group continues just to do
Oh my
an amazing
gosh.
job.
Yeah, they do.
So do we now have equipment out there?
And Dave, in his email, it said something about inviting you out to see the park. So I haven't seen it yet. So it's very cool. And they're all very engaged. It's not just Dave, like.
Oh, no,
It's
my guy Eugene. is just,
Eugene.
Engaged.
Man, he was out there every day. The neighbor said that Eugene, he was out here every day that the contractor was out here.
Yeah.
If the contractor was there, Eugene was there.
That's
And
amazing.
who's Eugene?
He's on the park committee.
Eugene Lewis. I met him a couple of years ago at the dog park in Oregon. Talking, we asked what each other did and I'm saying, get involved with us and all of a sudden when Steve left and Bob left, he's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
So I think he's very personally proud of.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pride in the work that the committee's doing and that the
And
Product.
and Diane, Gloria, and Jeff are all doing
Yeah.
stuff constantly.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's been a lot of fun going from a committee that's been there for a long time and did a great job in their own right to all of a sudden it's just
refreshed.
have the right guys share.
For sure.
On that note, we have given thank you recognition at the annual meeting, have we not?
We have, yes.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there some recognition that you might nominate for above and beyond?
I would nominate the committee.
Committee.
I'm gonna step back, because I've said in the beginning, this is not my committee, this is their committee. It's the residents that have full charge of what they want. And so Dave said, we got money to spend, let's, knowing what you do and knowing what they do, I know that they spend it in a wonderful manner. And the comments that we've all heard, if you walk out the parks, are the residents that go in the parks, you know, they don't go, whoa,
Yeah.
this is a whole lot different.
I think it's safe to say that all of our committees
Mm-hmm.
have done really well.
Yeah.
Really well. It's great to have like a bigger group. You know, this is the five of us, six of us could not do this. You know,
Yeah.
including Stephanie. So, you know, the whole the board and the staff could not do what's happening now, and it's really impressive. There's a lot of motivation at the committee level.
Yeah.
I think even something as basic as a certificate of recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, you know, I don't think we need to give them a gift of any sort, but I think, you know, if the five of us signed, the six of us signed a recognition certificate, I think, and maybe it is framed, maybe not. I think that they would be very appreciative. I do.
Mhm.
I do.
And it'd be very inexpensive.
And we've got a website for posting things like this.
Yes.
You know, across the committees.
Yeah.
So there are things to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's come back to that. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Number 9 is loan related thing.
Okay, this is where we're gonna talk about what we wanna borrow and how long we wanna borrow for.
All right. Bring it. And you've got a list started. Right?
So, we do, so we have the original, we have the 101, so we know now what the
Yeah,
101, 341 is what the
the park equipment.
equipment is, yep, okay. We have the 65,000 for,
The
yep,
Public Works trailer,
yep.
Public Works mobile office.
Okay, we have, an option, we're doing the 1-year loan, which we do for the,
Fire.
capital, yeah,
Capital.
equipment, so the $13,000 for the trailer. Do you want to include that in this big loan, or do you want to include that in the 1-year loan? And I only ask because it's the dollar amount is a little different than the other two.
Yeah, I dump it in one.
Okay, so we're gonna put, I'm making 2 categories then of like which loan is
Yeah.
gonna go in what loan.
Yeah.
So then we take the $13,000 and put that over into that 1 year.
Isn't that trailer 20,000?
Which one?
Oh,
The small-
that,
Yes, I'm talking.
you're talking about the
Torque,
uh,
the torque.
torque trailer,
And so,
Torque.
yes,
container.
the torque, yes,
Yeah.
exactly,
The torque
container.
container.
So this is, and I'm asking if you would rather have that 13,000 be in this.
Long term or one?
Yes, exactly.
But remember 13 is a box drop there that does not extend the electrical
Right,
to it. We
right.
don't have that expense.
And it doesn't put any gravel for a pad or anything like that.
Or,
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I don't have those numbers, and so we need those numbers for.
I
the
think we should
loan.
make it 15 grand. What do you think?
I'd like to come up with a number just to close the store.
1,000 for just the torque.
2,000.
Can I just have-
We can do more,
I was thinking
20?
with 20. Because I don't know what the hookup would cost and any kind of prep.
The only thing we have to be careful of is if we say up to 20 on that and we only spend 16, what happens with the 4,000 that's unspent?
Well,
Because they don't want you sandbagging the capital loans.
right, I mean, we probably would have to put that into something other capital. You'd wanna put that in some other kind of capital project that you would be, whether it be equipment,
Nothing.
whether it would be,
Yeah.
some other outfitting the office interior or they're in the
Right.
office interior, something of that nature.
Public
And I think if we're off, it's gonna be low,
Not a lot.
yeah, 1, 2, 3,000, something like that.
So 20 grand then.
I think so, just to be on the safe
I'm
side.
good with that.
So would you want that then? Now that's getting a little bit higher than what I was thinking. So do you want that back into the long-term loan?
Or the 1 year loan.
That's,
What, come and tell,
What makes
makes a
the most sense?
recommendation, I don't have a.
I mean, if it's
question,
20,000, we
but-
can put that into the long-term loan. I guess I don't know the life expectancy of a trailer. Are they gonna last forever?
Right, but the long-term loan is gonna be 10 years.
Well, I think Tim was talking about a 5-year loan, so it's not even that much longer,
Okay, so-
depending on what.
That's 5 years.
If we get 20 years life out of those, each of those two things, we will. That sounds extremely fortunate.
Yes, right.
And I'm not close to the idea of a 5-year loan. I mean, 5, 7, 10, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
wherever. So, but does that make sense to carry $20,000 for it?
Is that just part of something else? Because we also have the office, which we have to hook up electrically, which they have to furnish.
That's gonna be in the long-term loan.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. The park and the public works trailer
Yeah.
would be longer term. It almost doesn't matter.
It almost doesn't.
Is it like, was it like 25 basis points difference or something?
It is the
Oh,
same.
5 is the same.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 10.
5 and a
It's a
half.
lie. I'm sorry, 10 is up, 50 basis points higher. There it is. Okay, but okay, either way.
Yeah.
What's it, Jennifer, is it easier just to lump everything into a 5 or?
It doesn't matter, totally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me at all. We're looking at, like, if we were doing a 5-year loan, say $200,000, we're looking at adding a yearly payment of 46,000. I'm doing the loan calculator that's on the state.
Public lands.
Yeah. So that would be 200,000, 5 years, and interest rate of 5%. So it's a yearly payment of 46,000.
And if we put that $20,000 for the container into that loan, it's gonna up that by a couple $1,000, $4,000 a year, right? Ish, about $4,000 a
Yeah.
year. So it'll go from 46 to 50.
Okay. All in the, I mean, everything we talked about so far, all in a 5 seems fine to me.
That seems fine to me.
There's just not enough difference and there's no benefit in going super short.
I agree.
I mean, so right now I have 101 plus. So I guess the only thing which I don't know is the $20,000 for the torque trailer includes, but the public works trailer of 65,000, is that including, are you thinking that includes the electricity?
No,
No,
Okay, so are we going to,
you're gonna need another 10 at least.
yeah, I make that 75.
And then,
Because there's furniture and, window coverings and things like that. I'd say 75 on that.
Mhm.
so that gets us right at about 200,341. So 101,341 for the, for the playground equipment, 75,000 for, so 95,000 for the two, basically 95,000 for each trip, 95,000 plus 100,000, so that's about 200,000.
and everything we can do to export, just all the better.
Yeah.
So if that's what that would look like, if that's what, and then we just approve that tonight, and that's what I would send in for the application to get started.
And there's nothing else we want to put in this. So we've already paid for the public works trailer. This is the
Yeah.
equipment trailer now.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
paid for that already. We don't have any other implements we're buying.
The other implements we would be buying is, they would like a reclaimer.
Well,
Reclaimer.
Oh, that is-
You would know that reclaimer?
Is
No, I
that
don't know what
something
that
we
is.
would put in here?
tell us what that is.
You know what? That's a good question. Let's Google it.
It's like a wish list.
It's the first time I'm hearing it.
I'm gonna do a personal recess.
Yes.
Labor.
Conference check.
Perfect.
Was that AIME?
Executive conference room, did you say?
I don't think it's that much money. It's a large machinery used for road construction or equipment for road reclaimers, pulverize old asphalt to reuse it to stable road bases.
How many hundreds of thousands?
Yeah, how much
It's, I thought he told me it was like not that much. I wanna say like maybe 15,000.
There's a $40,000 one, but I don't think it's the same
Yeah.
thing, so let's go.
For a stick of gum, 15,000 is an awful lot. For Mercedes, it's such a deal.
And this would
Such a
be,
deal.
this would be a wish list for 2026.
Yeah.
Road reclaimers for sale, here we go.
Worried that things were getting stale.
And
How
one,
are they
and
doing
just
sets
so
that-
everyone's aware, those are things that can be rented. She is,
Rather exacting taste buds.
So are we looking at the same things here?
yeah, I don't know that looks like an awfully big piece of equipment.
Used equipment.
So maybe it's something, and it, maybe it's a part they put onto something. I don't know enough about it. You just,
Shop
when you
used.
asked me, I just,
Here's a road reclaimer for a skid steer.
Okay,
That might be what he's talking. Yeah, that's a implement for a skid steer.
okay. That could be it.
what is that? Is that something used for what?
Good question.
Find out what a reclaimer is.
Yeah, this is,
Still looking.
Oh.
I don't know what they would use that for.
Should we call them?
It just goes on. the
Yeah, I
front.
texted them.
Okay.
Is that something for going down the road?
We can always-
Chopping
Just call them.
Oh, we could borrow, yeah, we could borrow that.
large brush and trees as you know.
No, it goes over the road
Oh, we
and
don't.
strips the
Oh.
asphalt, grinds it up and spits it out the bags.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like. And so it is more for gravel roads. And so, maybe it's for running through the
For Tony.
cemetery.
For Tony.
I honestly, for the times we use
You
it,
said a used one.
You can rent it.
Rental.
What's a reclaimer cost if you buy one?
about 15 grand. It goes on the front of a Bobcat, a skid steer, so it's small.
Yeah, so
We had the guys in and asked them if there was anything else they needed. That's when we bought the trailer and I don't remember hearing anything about a reclaimer, and so
I don't
I'm
either. Since we
a
know-
little
know-
concerned that it's just well, if you're looking for something to,
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that we really need it, because if we use it once a year, we should just rent one.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just gonna take up space for something that's used seldomly
yeah.
and gonna require maintenance and.
All this good.
the list is up above it.
Oh, I don't want the list.
It's a Harley rake
Just
essentially.
I'd be surprised.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any food allergies, so.
Oh, that's good.
I know not enough about it
So we
to
need more.
even, so we could move ahead. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure we can
let's
move
keep
ahead.
going because.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's a critical thing to have for 2026.
Tim, I said if they need to use one, I'm sure would approve to, like you said,
Borrow one from somebody. who
Yeah.
doesn't-
that seemed
Right. I wonder if that's in the shared township
Mhm.
pool.
Okay, so Jennifer, do we need a vote?
Yes, I would like you to vote on that I can submit the loan application request form to Bureau. They're very like Carl, so I would like to have a motion that that you're gonna.
Appear.
Yeah. And then I'll fill out the form and then that starts the process and then we'll come back and they'll have that resolution that you'll have to
Right.
pass.
Give the final dollar amount. Do you want that included in the motion?
If you could,
And can you
Yeah.
say that number again?
I just put, it came out to $200,341, but I was thinking if we just did 200,000, we could take $341 from the park funds.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
move that we approve our application for financing for a 5-year financing plan to the Commissioners of Public Lands for $200,000 to include the Public Works trailer, the torque container, and the new Kennedy Park equipment.
Have a second on that?
Second,
Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, item 10, the Public Works Report. I think we really just have, well, we a couple things. On page 40, you have. What's the same? Yeah, the same as the couple pages down. Oh, no, it's all part of the same. This was the.
okay, fence damage.
Yeah, what was her last name?
Roberts.
Robertson, that's right. So they left this document, I think, when they appeared here before us. And I don't agree that we caused any damage. I think we may have unveiled it. But you could prove that it goes back years and years and years.
Yeah. Thank you for responding, by the way.
Oh, so that didn't go to them.
Oh, that did not.
No, the draft that I wrote like 2 hours after the meeting or something. Oh, yeah, like this is ridiculous.
I was driven by there daily for 20-some years, even looking through the brush as it's grown.
Yep.
And I think it's there's no responsibility of it'd be nice to have them said thank you for coming in and trying to cut away the brush in there. I mean, that's something that was above and beyond to me as far as our guys did.
They did, when they were punished for it.
Yeah, and they in the last month they have gone and cleared.
Who has?
I don't know. It's been all of a sudden all this new stuff that was cut was in the
Right. I
ditch
saw that
there,
too.
but I don't think Abel
It's gone
they
now.
didn't go pick it up.
They did.
Oh, they did. Okay, they
It's
picked it up.
gone now, cause I drove by it on Sunday.
But they didn't trim it though.
No, somebody else came and did a lot of trimming.
Yeah,
And they had mentioned that they worked with somebody, remember,
Yeah.
on yard work
Yeah.
or something, maybe.
Do they have some work to do
That wasn't
in the
the top.
future to, if they want to grow grass? And yeah, I mean, that area is gonna have to be worked to get, there's a lot of bad, I'm sure a lot of bad weeds and everything.
Invasive.
Very invasive stuff there. But as far as a fence, they'd be better off taking it down. It would look a lot better.
Totally agree.
Well, and
But
who
I think
owns a fence with all this growth? I mean, it's like they had a line of vegetation, trees and shrubs right along the fence line. Who does that?
it's on their property. I mean,
It
they're
is. I
so,
agree.
I mean, that's what,
I mean, but the fence is on the outside of that. I mean, it just seems like usually when you have a fence, you just see the fence, you don't see,
Right.
that.
So I like what you laid out
Yes.
in your draft.
In the draft.
Response.
And I think, Arlen, you were gonna do some tweaking to it, weren't you?
I read through it and
And we don't have, I mean,
said, I don't think I can tweak it any
okay.
better.
So I think what we were gonna do today is just generally agree on the approach
Mhm.
to take. And
I'd say,
if this letter is close, then maybe we just send it as is. The one on 43. I think it's fair. I mean,
I'm all for it.
I want to say we should also send printouts of the photos, or at least a selection, saying, okay, here, 15, I don't remember what the dates were even, but 10 years ago, here's what we saw. It was bad. 5 years ago, it was still bad. Earlier this year, worse. Just to give them some, I think we talked about it with them.
it just shows that the fence has been deteriorated for a long time.
Oh.
Even far before
Yes,
long before Abel and Ryan came.
you're right. And really, I think Abel had said that he didn't go to the fence.
Yeah, they
you know?
kept their
And his,
distance.
whatever the equipment was, sort of sheared up, I want to say.
Mhm.
I'm not sure that you're either down or, I think he said up. Like,
The more I thought about it, I felt appalled that they even accused them of doing damage. That was a false accusation from the beginning.
yeah,
Again, I see it every day. I bike by it every other day,
Right.
and
right,
um,
yeah.
I'm good with your
approach.
You've
Okay.
been saying
Yes,
that
Bill.
it was a hazard because it was obstructing your view of the road.
oh yeah,
If you're riding your bike or driving.
it was hanging to the road. It was, when they to the white line, it was kind of coming up to that. I mean, it was all the stuff. It was all their.
But it was all stuff on their side of the fence.
Right, so
It was-
cascading over.
Yeah, and then you couldn't just get, and first of all, you couldn't get down that culvert anyway. It's too steep. But
Right,
it all covered that. There's nothing that the guys could have done short of getting out and doing everything by hand and clippers. But
right. I think if anything for us, I would like increase the frequency that the guys will take care of that right away.
sure. We have
Other than
equipment to go
that-
out there.
Well, I don't know.
Wait, be careful here. This is not the only ditch in the town.
No, I understand that. I'm not saying, right, I'm not saying.
We have,
With
we have a lot of ditches, and we have a lot of ditches where the farmers have built fences
And-
into the right of way. We have trees in
Trees
the
over-
right of way that have been planted.
Okay.
It's very
Yeah.
common. for
Okay,
the
so is
tree to
this,
go over. Yeah.
okay, so did you say before, and I could be imagining this, making this up, were you going to look at sort of the town-wide
As to,
condition
As to-
report of what's going on in right of ways?
well, we need to have. I would love, we haven't taken on yet, but I think it'd be good if we had Public Works start getting a policy as to what it is that they're doing in maintaining the ditches.
Mhm.
Two, I wanted the road and safety to start having a policy for road encroachment into,
Mhm.
encroachments into the right of way.
Mhm.
We are already we have put together a letter to be put into the tax,
Oh, yeah,
Letter.
the annual tax letter.
the annual tax letter that says, don't plant your tree in the middle of or in the right of way.
Mhm.
It will get mowed down,
Mhm.
or it'll be your responsibility to get rid of it.
Right.
So we've got a number of, it's starting.
Okay, so that's fine. And I did not mean, oh, they get special treatment because we're gonna clean up their lawn all the time. I did not mean that at all. I just meant whatever. You could tell from the photo, the Google Street View photos, that there was enough growth happening over those fences that had been going on for
For
a pretty long time.
A long time.
So all I'm suggesting is that we not let it get that level of encroachment.
There's a lot of other encroachments
Okay,
besides, that's the easy encroachment.
okay,
It's the iron
The-
fences.
right,
And we got a lot of steel fence posts, got a lot of stumps,
right.
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of telephone and cable
Yeah, mhm.
stuff.
When you get, I would, well, here, a light suggestion is that I'd rather not aim for this year's tax mailing, because I think there's more discussion to be had about right of ways. And what, like stuff that's already
See the
in
letter,
place.
you will get it at the next meeting, and I
Okay.
think it should be included in the text. It's an open, it is, how do we work together?
Right,
To-
Okay.
to work
We are
on
in
this,
this
to-
together.
To do
Okay.
with this.
And it's a kumbaya teamwork, you as homeowner, we as town.
because I think there are decades of wild west in the right of ways.
Yes.
You know, so some people just won't know that
They won't even.
They just don't know about
They
Yeah,
don't even know.
Just go down Lincoln Road and look at Arlen Christensen's field. He knows where the right of way is.
it. All right. Okay, anyway, so that's a future thing. We don't have to solve that problem tonight.
So
But
I just would like to say under 6, the statutes. The statutes, under liability for that 6A that I've highlighted. So if the parties are unable to agree upon damages, the board shall make an award of damages. I think even if you make it the 0. And file the award with the town clerk, and the clerk shall give notice by certified mail to return receipt requested of the filing to that owner. Then they have some steps that if they don't agree. So with that, could you guys just make a motion basically with that award if it's,
so we have an
Okay.
official
Yes.
response requirement.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And that's where I
Yes.
think your letter,
so
Yeah.
does the letter not do that?
But if the board shall make an award of damage. So the board needs to make
Have a
that
motion.
motion and second it and just have.
I make
Yeah.
a motion that the board does not accept any responsibility or liability for damage to the
Fence
fence at
Roberts,
and then. Street address.
5213 West Netherwood
Mhm.
Road,
and award damages of,
$0.
determining that the damages as 0.
okay, you're a second on that?
I would second that.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes.
Thank you so much.
Anything else from this?
No, then I will go ahead and I'll get that as a certified return
Okay.
receipt tomorrow with
So-
your letter.
If you want to use that letter, cool, and just,
Yeah.
I don't need to sign it,
Perfect.
whatever.
Okay.
And if you, in the photos, if you can find like 3,
Out of these ones?
yeah, just something that looks
3?
like, maybe go back as far as you can, it's gonna still show something,
The 2007.
Okay,
and then maybe a couple others that show damage.
okay.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
And then I think 10B might be related to this email. That I think was in, like, with your spot when you walked in.
Yep, it's a fire day plate, which says board meeting tonight, town board meeting tonight.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I was just telling them that it said town board meeting tonight at the top of the.
Oh. So Abel's got information there about wood chipper and skid steer trailer. And I don't remember the history on this one.
I move that we move forward with the Vermeer wood chipper and our 16-foot skid steer and put them for auction at Wisconsin Surplus.
That price listed.
That's a separate one.
Yeah, okay.
That is the purchase of those cement
That's the
blocks
one, since
Yeah.
we-
Okay,
for a second burn pit.
Yeah.
well, we'll
I'm
take
gonna
that
start
as,
with, yeah.
we'll take those as two
So
separate.
first one.
So first on the sending the
Mhm.
equipment to auction and you're a second on.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. And then the cement blocks, they want to. This is a
So
response.
cement blocks is under 12A, so it's, you
Oh.
got your fire mess, I didn't do a very good job of lining those up, so sorry about that.
Come back to that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Okay, we're not there
Oh.
yet.
Oh, we can just do it now. Is that-
okay, sure, we'll be
No.
back, yeah, go ahead. That's 12,
And so this is based on the recommendation from, it was a DNR that was out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Actually, it was a fire EMS, wasn't it?
Well,
It was the
I
fire
don't
department.
think anybody really recommended it. I think that was a decision that the discussion of among us, Abel and Ryan and about expanding the burn pit.
that's maybe more the recommendation.
It wasn't a
Right.
specific fix recommended by the
Okay.
DNR.
It's good to
It
know.
was just that they decided that since that they now have to be more vigilant about
Mhm.
smoldering fires,
Yep.
it would be
Firewall.
helpful to expand into 2 separate areas, one for active burning, one for storing cold ashes. That because Abel and Ryan would also be able to use those for fill in some situations and also as, I guess, to cover the fire.
Oh.
When they have to, when they dirt or these ashes can actually, the cold ashes can actually be used to suppress the. So that's why they thought it would just be more efficient that way. In the old days, they just kept using the burn pit over and over. They would haul out the ashes, I think, once a year, or maybe twice, I don't know. But they would just keep the ashes there
Just burn over.
and keep burning over them. And that was one of the reasons why they had trouble with those smoldering fires reigniting every week.
They never had to light the fire.
Oh, really? From last week.
From last week.
So this was
Not
they
the same
came up with this solution that I think was mainly Abel's idea.
Okay, where would this fall in the budget? Do we have a little,
There are torque expenses, which, we actually took in more money for the torque than we anticipated.
oh, okay.
So, because I had been looking at the budget.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't think that we need to, I think we can cover the 4,000.
Okay, that's-
So
that's-
I guess basically,
Okay, so from,
I
okay,
think we're fine.
yeah, okay, that sounds good, that's what it's.
And that
was
might
good,
be
yeah.
where we have a little bit, if we overestimated on the cargo, the container and or the public works trailer. That's something we could spend money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're looking for a motion to approve that.
I move to approve the purchase of cement blocks. It's, did you give the number?
Oh, 68.
68 cement blocks at $65 a piece for a total of $4,420 for construction of a second burn pit at Torque.
Okay, do you hear a second?
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Excellent, thank you.
I'm assuming that's something that they're just going to construct.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think-
yeah, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Good time.
As long as we're
so
sort
we're
of.
gonna come to the plan commission.
Doubt it.
As long as we're sort of lingering in item 12, any other report related?
No, I think there's a little monthly summary there. They began their extended hours for October, so they're open till 3 this month. And that always goes over well with having extra hours.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so item 11 and a lot of fire and EMS things to talk about. First one is OFED. And budgeting, are these all budget?
They are.
And the agreements and Sector D is more of the agreement.
And I think at least for Oregon and Brooklyn, we essentially were ready to approve those at those last joint meetings, right? Nothing's changed.
Right. Right.
So I move to approve 11A for the Oregon Fire EMS. And if we have-
Let's do them separate.
okay. I move to approve the budget from the Oregon Fire EMS District.
Second, anyone?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Okay, let's do Brooklyn then.
Again, nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed there is they've chosen a HVAC firm to replace the boiler system, the boilers at the fire department. There were four bids out there. I did some more research for them on one particular company. Because I just didn't hear any good questions being asked about, so why are we going with this? There's 2 boiler systems and that, and I happen to have a good friend and Gulf buddy and neighbor that's retired service manager for a HVAC company who did lots of bidding over 30 or so years, and he's also a master steam fitter. who did a lot of work on, I'm off topic, on the village for many, many years. He looked over all the bids and very confident that Hellstad had the most complete bid, had all the right, a lot of questions, a lot of things in there that weren't addressed by the other companies, and I presented that to the chief and to Mike, and that's through the emails. That'll be approved tomorrow night.
And that's part of the budget we've seen already.
I believe so. And well, it's, you know what, it's not. When can it be done? I don't think it'll be. I don't think this will be. I don't know how it could be done till 26, meaning that we will approve it tomorrow night. I know that's not like they're using Band-Aids to keep the boiler systems going right now, but it needs to be replaced. It's relatively speaking, it's not that old.
Do you recall what the approximate cost was?
I have it.
I mean, was it 6,000 or 60,000?
I have it right in front of me right here. Hellstad's proposal, $15,865. Hold on, let's keep up. Yep, and that also was the lowest bid.
So I don't see that
Is that
in their budget.
for the 26?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know where this is coming from. Thank you. That's a good question for me to ask tomorrow night. Where in the budget is that?
Because I would assume that's part of in the building budget, you know, and they have building repair and maintenance.
What is that?
And
What is that?
it's $6,500. That's why I asked if it was $6,000 or $60,000.
They need 2 boilers, but this is for the whole thing for removing all the electrical work, all the new piping work that has to be done, installation work.
Yeah, I just don't see that in this budget.
Yeah.
So we may be looking at a budget we're not prepared to. We're not prepared to approve yet. We don't have.
I would approve this budget, but not.
I'd approve this budget.
Yeah.
But it doesn't include a $16,000.
I will ask that question tomorrow night, because I know that will be coming up in the.
Whether that have to be in 2025 or 26 or 27.
Yeah,
None of those,
yeah, I mean, it's
or reserves.
yeah, I mean, there's other things that they're doing that aren't coming out of the budget at all. There's a new sign they're going to get, but I think the village is, or the Brooklyn is going to take care of that through, they're talking fundraising and whatever. That's a total separate thing from the budget.
And the 25 budget, which is also shown here on 71, doesn't include it either. So it is a new expense that isn't recognized in the current budget or the proposed budget going forward. So do we have to approve the Brooklyn one today?
Is there a meeting tomorrow?
Yes.
I think we
We have a meeting, we have a
It's
meeting,
kind of
we
a
have,
chicken or an egg
I
here.
think if we have a significant objection, we'll probably not, but I think we probably should
But-
consider.
I was gonna say, it looks like we're asking for more information, right? We just.
When is your meeting? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
And there's 2 fire budgets in there. I have to print the EMS budgets. I just noticed that. So I have to,
can we approve it as it's,
you could,
as it stands? And then,
I think so.
Sure.
What's I'm sorry, I have to back up. What's the town's share?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Those are again. Those are things I.
Okay,
It's small.
yeah, and that's the thing, and that's why. And the same thing with Belleville. I was like, oh my God, we're like less than 2% of the population in the district. How much do I push for exact?
Yeah.
Exact
Right.
clarification of
I hear
something.
You know, how much are we, I have a question maybe I should have asked a couple years ago. How much are we responsible for building maintenance within our budget for a fire station? I know responsible for, you know.
Well, that's part of the operating
Operating,
expense,
okay.
really,
Yeah.
unless there's
It
a
could be, yeah.
big capital
be.
expense that
Yeah.
they need to finance,
Yeah,
but.
this isn't big and they're,
And $6,000 has been pretty typical that they've put in here over the years. And this isn't more than they usually budget for all of the building maintenance, and it's for really one thing.
I'll ask what's a good question? What part of the budget is this?
Captured. Where is this captured in the 2026 budget, draft budget? That was presented most recently. Right, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say, I would imagine we could say that we recognize that there is an additional budgeted item that may approve, and we would approve up to $10,000 or whatever.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the appropriate dollar amount is, but that's probably.
No, it's not, it won't be 10, good for us, but.
No, not for us.
Right, right. That's what it gets strange for me is that, the way the governance of the districts is, I mean, it's great that smaller populations participate, but it's also like, man, okay. I'm not gonna try to derail 98% of the vote in Belleville.
Yeah.
And it's not that small in Brooklyn, but like
And to my
15 to
knowledge,
20 or something.
to my knowledge, they haven't really had problems. But there is some water, they're seeing starting to collect at the bottom, these aren't the old fashioned boilers that will last for 50, 60 years. These are the way they're made now, if they're
8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years or 20 years, the less the life, the cheaper they are.
Yep.
They're also the less maintenance they also have.
Mhm, mhm.
What is it what are we dealing with? It's on a number here.
We don't know.
As far as the total cost of that,
No, total of what it is they're asking of us.
Of just the town, Arlen?
that
Yeah.
I will have to find out tomorrow,
Our portion is anticipated to be about $30,000 for the whole year.
for the whole year.
And this
How much?
possible addition could be another $2,000.
Yeah.
Can we,
So it's just that if we approve this budget, the expense they talked about isn't in this budget.
Mhm.
So
So how much would this add on to our approximately?
I think your idea of approving it,
And recognizing.
recognizing that there may be an additional expense of 10,000 or something like this, probably. But let's.
And our portion is 12.66%. So if there's an extra $20,000 of expense, and we're hearing there's 16.
25, 30.
It's 25.
Yeah, so it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a lot.
that's where it goes like.
So,
We can,
yeah, so
That's true. Yeah. Or let's wait till Jennifer collects what she's got. Plus you got.
we're doing the EMS side of, because they do it separate. EMS is separate from fire. And maybe the EMS budget will come with a $16,000
With the boiler.
spend. I doubt it, but.
Well, what, this budget, they're building repair maintenance?
Yeah.
Is that what that?
Yes.
Is it under that?
No,
And it's
it
just
should
not
be in.
spelled out? So maybe
Oh.
it is included in that?
No,
No, because they're talking
No,
about.
because this came up
This
before
came
this
up.
budget, this came
That's
up
what I-
after this budget was.
That's what I thought. I was just trying to understand where it's supposed to be, if it is
Yeah.
included.
Tim, you said it looked like they just plugged in last year's number.
last year's number was 6,000 and now 5,500 and they've moved it to 6,500 allocate, an allowance.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's 20.
Yeah, and so here's the EMS side of it, and that's another $4,000, so. The whole budget for building maintenance, as it stands, isn't enough to cover just this boiler.
Because it's 82. 35.
Right, but it would be the 4725 portion of it, yeah,
Yep.
that's my thought.
Supplies, more sprinkler station supply. There's nothing else underneath there.
So I would motion that we approve the Brooklyn Fire and EMS budgets. And that we recognize the potential for an additional up to,
Using 12 before. 10, 12.
2500.
yeah.
Oh, for us, just for
Five, just because it's 12.
But are we gonna talk about just our portion or are we gonna talk about that?
whole budget. probably.
Yeah.
Whole budget.
And this is a $16,500
Yeah.
expense, so I would say up to 20 grand.
Fine.
And our portion
Okay.
would be
Fraction.
$2,500 of that $20,000
Yeah.
increase.
Yep. Yeah, it should be based on the budget
Yeah.
numbers.
And that is, and again, that is the low. it
Yeah,
was the
that
lowest
Jennifer?
bid.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a lot. That's a long one.
just so they don't, we don't have to come back. And
Okay.
and you have the confidence to say, we talked about this last night.
Yes.
And we've approved an overage.
Okay, so moved by Tim, do I have a second on that?
I will second that.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion passes. Thank you. And then, before I just jump into Belleville for a second, was there an email today with some kind of number?
He
Maybe,
was sending the
Oh, that's-
EMS one, which I think is hopefully the one that I have in here, because it has New Glarus. So
oh, okay.
they don't all come real
No.
well defined
No.
and well. So on page 73, that is Belleville, even though it doesn't say Belleville.
You just-
That's the Belleville EMS.
So our levy portion is 4410 is a proposed in the budget. And that's fair, I think maybe that's a little bit less than last year, so we've lost our place a little bit. And then on this, that's EMS, okay.
I think it's 77 and 78.
Yeah, the two with the green, the two spreadsheets or tables with the green, gray, white. So there's the fire, 77 for the the fire capital budget. And our share is like 10,400.
Yes, for the fire.
Fire allocation on the next page on 78.
Our portion is 3,100.
3105. So there aren't big numbers coming out of Belleville or anything. I think that's I can't remember the capital portion for last year. I guess I can look at it. Nope, I can't look at it in a minute. But I don't recall it being much different than 10 grand last year.
So we have, and I have some that we haven't paid yet, so I'm not sure if they're invoicing us still. I have an email out to them,
Yeah, I saw that.
and yeah, so.
Okay, so one way or another, no big numbers coming from Belleville, Montrose, Exeter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if anyone would want to move to approve that one, appreciate it.
I'll move approval of the Belleville Fire and EMS budgets for 2026 as presented.
A second,
Second.
any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I say no, motion passes. Then also, coming out of Belleville. Is that what it's doing? They redid. What's the title?
The intergovernmental agreement?
Yeah.
I don't see it in the packet. I see.
No.
Revenue we changed it
Yeah,
out.
I put it- yeah, I put it on your spot. It might have made the packet.
So there's one for EMS, one for fire. I want to say it was already approved by the district board. And so the latest update with them was just to include all the municipalities in the agreement document. So it used to be just Belleville, Montrose, Exeter, now includes Brooklyn, Oregon. New Glarus is not part of the district, so that's strictly gonna be contract
For service.
yeah. Yeah, so
Is that new?
that's new as of the documents all signed, it was all approved.
Yeah.
Effective January 1st or December 31st, so for 2026.
They pulled out of the district essentially and just went on a contract for service basis.
Yeah,
But they
so
were
both
not in the
the,
district.
They weren't in the.
they were doing their own. So it was the village of New Glarus and also the town of New Glarus will be part of, they'll be served by Belleville now. Not now, but.
Yeah, going forward.
It's just their population cannot support the fire department,
Yeah.
EMS.
Both from a financial perspective and volunteer
Yes.
Oh.
perspective.
Probably more of that.
That's what it comes down to.
Sorry, yeah, they're.
But
I mean-
New Glarus is the village, is 2/3 the population of our town.
The village.
The village.
Yeah. But not huge.
So we're,
Yeah,
let's get our own fire department, shall we?
yeah, wow.
Let's not do that.
And they probably have a need for a ladder truck down.
But one wonders.
What people want to see now.
And Belleville can handle this, because I.
Or a bucket brigade, one of the two.
It's pretty scary if I lived in Glarus.
Yeah, no kidding. That
Because-
that has
because
got to
that-
have an effect on,
It's having its own trouble.
The brewing company just put out a big addition that they're gonna be opening up and they've got the.
Was having their own
vineyards out
trouble
there.
with their
It's
EMS.
a little small.
As volunteers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, they have full-time people and everything, but now they're gonna pick up the whole population of
Pick a
Glarus. They have to serve as well. That, I mean,
They-
one wonders your mind, how do you get your mind around that?
I don't know, except, but I know that in the meeting, whenever that was, a week ago, something like that. It was clear, and they even said it, the village manager of, I'm sure that's the right title, but New Glarus
Mhm.
village
Mhm.
lead person. And the town chair and the people of Belleville had been talking for a while. And it sounded like they were all very excited about
They were
it.
happy, it sounded like it was a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, they're very into it. So however they arranged it, it seemed to, it was overwhelming really, how positive they were about how it was gonna play out. So, they must have come up with something,
yeah.
I don't know what exactly.
Steve was just saying, they just put that big addition on the brewery down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, right. Oh,
A structure like that requires a ladder truck.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Mm.
really, because it's so tall and it's so expansive, it's so deep that you gotta get up high enough to reach
Yeah.
the center of it that,
It is.
can you imagine their insurance costs must be.
And just getting,
I would
just
assume they
getting
have a
to
good
that
sprinkler
place will
system.
be a.
Yes, I would assume they have a good sprinkler system.
Or they better have.
Holy man,
It's a.
that's a
So,
scary issue. If they are having staffing problems, man, you're rolling the dice when you have a fire, like, I wonder if they have enough volunteers
so
to
they,
run that truck
so
down.
they have a volunteer fire department still, that's all okay, is that right?
I don't know about
New
the,
Glarus, this is just EMS, that's right. Not fire.
for sure it was EMS, yeah.
So they may still have their own volunteer fire department.
I'm 80% sure.
Yeah,
We
so
are-
they still have a volunteer fire department
Yeah.
that can handle, they'll be needing that ladder truck.
Can they handle it?
We're
Yeah,
really,
to sell a
we're
lot.
really fortunate to be between these two fire departments. Really fortunate.
They're gonna have to sell a lot of brats and then at those firemen's picnics to raise the money for those ladder trucks.
Everything you don't hear.
Yeah.
This is a bad story because I don't remember all the details. But the village president, New Glarus, had mentioned that they're actively looking for a grant from the state. And I swear she said this, like if they qualify and they get the grant, they get, I swear she said this, $10 million
Oh, yes,
a
that's really
year.
Yes.
10 million
Yeah,
a year. It can't be
That
right.
is impossible.
For what?
I don't know.
It must be, or be part of
I
it.
don't
To me,
know.
it
For the-
reminds me
I
that,
don't know.
must be part of a $10 million.
Yes,
grant.
must be a.
That's what I.
They
think,
must be
too.
trying to access some of the $10 million.
For funding for the, whatever the.
For that specifically.
Yeah, not just in general, but for funding the operations.
Yeah.
But it just, the way I'm sure she said it that way. But that can't be right.
It can't be
That can't be right. That's, because it seemed like it was $10 million year after year after year, like, oh boy, I don't know.
And usually those are
So,
one time.
Anyway,
aren't they?
Yeah.
They aren't the-
it's scary that someone in that position may be that unclear.
Unless I heard wrong, but I don't. think I did.
Oh,
Said it a couple times. So we do need to, for
So we have
these two
to approve
documents, if we
these?
could approve those. We'll just want a motion and a second.
Which ones?
For the
intergovernmental.
intergovernmental agreement for both the EMS and for Belleville. Belleville.
I would move that we approve the intergovernmental agreement for Belleville for 26th through 28th.
And,
Fire and
That's fire
EMS.
EMS.
okay, do you hear a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. That's not very good.
Okay,
Now we're gonna get to that second loan. This is the 1-year loan that we would be taking out. I think I have what they said, the interest rate.
And that is just for capital equipment for the fire and EMS,
Last year we added
Oregon
on
Fire
there.
and EMS.
No, last year we added some other things onto that. We added onto that, some other things for 26, that we were looking at wanting to finance
Yeah.
for 1 year.
Yeah.
So we didn't spend a lot of time in the budget, unfortunately, because we had board reviews for that.
Mhm.
So we could kind of hold off on this if we wanted to maybe just talk about this tomorrow during
Yes,
budget, that
let's
would be
do that.
appropriate. So,
Okay.
so I think we could hold off, because we've got the budget number for OFED capital.
Yep.
I think we have the budget number for Belleville capital.
Mhm.
Brooklyn doesn't look like they really break it up into capital,
Other than that boiler.
other than the boiler, yeah. And then I guess, yeah.
Early here.
And then I guess any other things that you would want to tack on if we couldn't put them in the budget, that would be the, like the overage for Raven Oaks would go in there,
Right,
so anything,
Yeah.
and so.
Okay,
We did want to
let's-
just hold on, talk about
yes,
that,
please,
yeah.
let's talk about tomorrow, when we're in the budget zone more. Okay, we talked, we covered item 12, item 13 is vision, vision project. Thank you all for participating, that's great, it was a good evening.
Mhm.
We, so Sharon, who you met, if you haven't met before, Sharon, who you met.
Yep.
She is on vacation until I think the end of the month or into November, and so she'll finish up her report. Early to mid-November, we'll get that from her. And then it comes down to starting to make to-do lists based on what, based on the results from the survey itself, and then also with Tiffany from her report. And we'll start to do that and feed it in, well, it's too bad we didn't have it earlier, but I don't know that, some of it won't cost much money. And what we've been talking about is what's the low hanging fruit, what can we do that. It's gonna be a lot of communication related, and it will be even some of the things like people responded well to wanting more information.
Yeah, so an
And we
education
thought about, like,
component.
you know, here's a speaker bureau night
Mhm.
where we have, the topic is whatever, and interested residents can come here, or we can also record it for later feedback,
Mhm.
like playback. So that's where we are right now. Any questions about vision related things? I do want to try to get some kind of list coming out of it. At least to get on a schedule for, you know, these half a dozen items or whatever it is, whatever the number is, you know, it could be whatever.
On page 84, she highlighted some of those quick wins.
Yeah.
And those are some things that we can kind of look at to say, oh, are there any budget related items in there?
Right,
Even before she comes back to help us through her final.
true. And we've got a couple more budget meetings tomorrow, one more week, and potentially more, I guess.
And there isn't anything that stands out that's like, ooh, that's something that,
No, there's a lot of reasonable
yeah.
information in there.
I just thought again, Carl, I think I really gotta recognize you in leading that effort. I got so many positive comments that night about us taking the time to do that. And your leadership through that, super valuable.
Okay.
Even if the number one thing was just public recognition of we're trying to be proactive here as a town, not just as a board, but as a town.
Mhm.
So,
Well, thank you. I mean, if anything, I helped kick it off, but Jennifer was key, Stephanie was key, Tim Janacek was key. Sharon was quite involved in just about everything.
Yeah.
And the folks in River Falls were also great. So it was really not, a Carl project.
you were carrying the torch. You were carrying the torch, and I appreciate that.
Okay, well, thank you.
I didn't include the article either from Rope in there.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yes.
I should mention that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was-
It's very nice.
Mhm.
And I actually think we have gotten some comments from the article. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, that they read the article and they're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think to what Tim's saying, I think just the recognition that we were there wanting people's comments.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people, and we were very, proactive in getting people here, not just saying, oh, we posted a time, we only had 3 people show up.
Mhm.
It was, people recognized it was a lot more than that.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think we got some rave reviews from the Survey Research Center. They
Yes.
were pretty impressed about the about the response rates.
Yeah.
So they
Yep.
were cool with that. And it has been good. And really, for me, in the beginning, it was more about just the act of reaching out.
Yeah.
Because again, for the results, we got essentially the same results as 20 years ago about, some differences here and there because maybe there's a new topic or something else, but the key stuff was about the same as 20
Yeah.
years ago. So it's been fairly consistent. But nobody has asked the entire population since 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There was one in 2019 or something like that, but that was a more limited scope. So it turned out really well. But now the key is to actually do some stuff based on those answers. And I think as you saw, it's not going to be that difficult. It's going to take some time and some interaction with residents, but I think that's a good thing. That a little bit, that's what we were shooting for.
A question. We had a 39% response back. Do we remember what we had a response when we did the other?
From 1999, 2000.
Yeah,
I barely remember, and only because I read it someplace, and maybe I don't remember. There were, let's say I don't remember. Tim would remember. Tim Giannis would remember, but I don't remember exactly. I think it was maybe similar, but maybe less. So
well, anyway, there had been talk on the plan commission sort of discrediting that vision survey at that time because it did not represent that many people. And I thought it was still a very good sample. So I'm never quite sure how you can, I guess if I don't agree with the survey, there's never enough votes.
Right.
It's whose fault?
Right.
Most that didn't vote.
Yeah.
So
I think the percentage on there was pretty impressive.
I'm going to say that my recollection was that the old survey the response was statistically significant. I don't remember what percentage it was, but it wasn't like 2%.
No.
20%. I just don't. I don't.
I mean,
remember.
it's obviously easier to, if you want to get online and respond or whatever, it's easier to respond right now than it was 20 years ago. But still, people, no matter what their method was, people still have to take the time and still have to want to do it.
I'm happy with the results. Anything else on that one? Okay, building inspections report, I know was in there, page 91. Assessor report, oh, we need to act on this, don't we?
Well, that's the next contract, right?
There's a contract, yeah.
So at the last meeting, you guys decided you'd like to go with the every other year. So that would be the updated. So we'd have a year of maintenance and then you'd have a revamp, your maintenance and then a market update. So, and these are not walkthroughs, these are just the same that we did this year. It would just be.
Which we did every 5 years. So just so I'm clear, over a 5-year period, our cost per 5 years was how much?
I think it was like 24,000 maybe.
And over the next 5 years, it'll be how much?
It's gonna be $30,000, so it's about $6,000 increase per year.
To do it every other year instead of every 5 years. That's worth it.
Well, especially since
The sticker shock this year,
Inflation.
the sticker shock this year was,
Too much.
Unpleasant.
it was just too much. It was,
And we're, hate to say it, but I think we're gonna be seeing another round of it the next 5 years.
yeah. But at least we'll see it every 2 years instead of lumped
Right,
together.
it's that, that's the,
It was just a lot for people to swallow. And
and for staff.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, and so this will just be, I think then this will just be kind of a every other year.
Yeah, yes, it's worth every nickel.
Do we need a motion?
Yeah,
We do.
yeah, that probably would be good.
And this is to be hiring accurate appraisal
Mhm.
for doing an appraisal every
If you-
2 years.
If you, there's the agreement itself is on 92.
Yeah,
Page
yeah.
Page 92.
I mean, it would be from, it's going to actually, so because we're still in one contract right now. So next year, 2026 will be the last year. So this will start 2027 and go through 2032.
Well, we have to accept the proposal by accurate agreement for years 28 through 31.
Actually, 27 through 32, if you turn to page 3, page 94, sorry.
Okay, 27, from 27 to 32.
Yeah.
Can you clean up that
Second.
motion?
I'm sorry, I know.
Second that.
Can we accept their proposal as outlined? Good heavens, where does it stop?
Page 94 with the.
I think, Arlen, if you go to 93, you can pick up this section 1. And that should, if you just, so page 93, the very top, section 1, you've got 4 lines that you could just include in your motion and that should cover it. You see what I'm talking about there?
The agreement for maintenance and
Yep.
interim market update
Yep.
assessment services provided by Accurate Appraisal LLC. For the town of Oregon for assessment years 27 to 32.
Second.
You got a second already, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll say no, motion passes, excellent. And Jennifer,
Thank you for helping me.
you brought candy, so. Right,
Oh,
item 16,
Yeah.
quick
So-
report.
so 16 is, so I am going to be out for a surgery, so to facilitate, we're getting a new, tax collection software. It is called LandNav. We, Dane County has been changing over to LandNav. We are one of the smaller, so we're gonna be learning it this year. So as you can see on page, we have one meeting, set up. Page 99, we have one set up this Thursday to attend the tax bill, and then session 2 is us learning how to use this LandNav tax software. with me being gone, we're going to close the office one additional day during the week. So right now we're closed on Fridays. We're gonna close one additional day because I will not be in the office. But Stephanie is working on how that's gonna work, because the way that the holiday calendar lies, a lot of it falls on a Thursday, but she might extend her hours a little bit for tax collection. So like the 3 days, she might be here a little bit longer for tax collection. So like she might stay till 5 or something like that.
Mhm.
She's still looking and working on that. So we don't know what day, but we want to make sure that we're putting it out to everyone in the tax newsletter, what days we won't be, won't be open.
Do we need or want to hire a temp?
You could ask Stephanie, but right now it's difficult. We'd have to train somebody. And it would be kind of hard. We have one person and we have some somebody that can come in. So I think Stephanie would use them as she'd need them, as she would, but
Especially the new system.
Yeah,
I mean, trying to get somebody,
right.
and yourselves getting
Yeah.
used to the system.
Yeah.
Well, what if,
So,
and, yeah,
sure.
we can talk to Stephanie, but I was thinking more like, could somebody answer the phone while Stephanie does
Sure.
processing?
And
payments?
the problem sometimes is like they answer the phone, they gotta be able to answer the question of somebody who's asking it. So sometimes it might be like they have to leave a message and then we'll just call them back, So,
You can do that on the part of the voicemail you get right away. That could be a message right there.
right, and I have, as annoying as it sounds, the phone rings to my cell phone, so I can still
Oh.
answer the phones for her.
Okay.
If I have to, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are pretty mobile, so we can pretty much do a lot, but I will let her know, but right now, we would just rather be more proactive and having one extra day, so that we would rather set people up for success than
Right,
not have,
right.
yeah, so
Okay,
that's.
so that day will be determined.
So what day, what day
We're
are you?
thinking,
are you-
what day I'm leaving,
Yeah.
I'm leaving November 4th is my last day,
Okay,
and.
it's your last day.
Yeah, November 4th will be my last day before, and then, obviously I will be coming in, but I can't drive, so that's my issue, so I'll drive when I have a ride until I can drive. And then we're gonna be out this Thursday for that training, and then we're gonna be out Wednesday, the 23rd for another training, so. What's that?
Okay,
Instead of 20.
do you want to talk to Stephanie? Do you want me to talk to Stephanie? Does it matter? Or just about whether she needs some kind of.
Sure, you wanna step in? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Up to her.
Okay, for sure. Okay. What if we hired you a chauffeur?
Yeah, the guys can come pick me up. That would be fine.
Okay, that
That'd be fine.
sounds.
Yeah. That's all I need is a
I'm
ride.
happy to.
That's all
Tuesdays.
I need, that's all I need is a ride.
If that's if you need that.
Yeah,
I am very happy.
Okay.
You just shove it back and shove it fit.
I have like that knee scooter, so I do have.
Yeah,
I have a.
Some gear.
You've got some
Here.
equipment.
Here, yeah, that's all I
I'm
have.
so happy to help.
Okay,
You have a side cut, side.
I can get one done.
Okay, you want to talk about the agreement we don't know about?
Oh.
It's in here.
That's not on the agenda.
No, it is. It's
the back on page 107. I said to Carl, I don't know that I remember ever doing this before, but it seems like we are part of it and we need to sign an agreement. So it's called, and maybe Arlen, you know about it, it's called Dane County Urban County Consortium, and it must be some program that people can apply to for certain assistance.
I know nothing about this.
Okay, well, there you go.
Be nice to,
It's a qualifier program, essentially, right?
but this is for CDBG funds?
For season.
So
Yeah,
There's a little explanation about them.
yeah.
if you go.
Page
the very back.
106.
yeah, 106 is the flyer. Again, I don't remember. But I guess every year you have to sign the cooperation agreement, so.
Let's cooperate and see if there's
Is that a motion?
some,
Is that a motion?
do we need a motion?
Yes.
We do need a motion,
You
yes,
asked
I
him
make a
to-
motion that we get involved with, or sign the Dane County Urban County Consortium agreement.
Okay, thank you. 1 second, I suppose.
You're gonna second?
No, I was like, it's like, oh, I guess you need one.
I don't think you officially can second, but honorary, you could do an honorary second.
don't want to.
As long as there's an action second. Steve seconds. Any other discussion on the thing we don't know about?
This is it's a good thing.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No, motion passes. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry,
This has been flying around for how many years?
geez, I don't know.
Nineteen
It's
fifty-nine,
forever.
I'm not sure.
says it's been since 1999.
Yeah.
It has funded housing and
26
community
years.
development programs
Oh, for good.
to support low to moderate income household living in Dane County.
Outside of Madison, it's a good.
Is it 3 years? Oh,
It says
this is
3
2
years.
years.
It says 3
It's a
years.
3-year
It
contract.
says our membership is renewed for 3 years, like, what?
Wow.
So maybe I'm gonna go back.
Wow, this is like a magazine.
One and see if we did something in 2021.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe it only
we
shows up.
always sort of did it as a formality without
Us.
really tapping into it.
Well, we're in for another 3.
What do we? Wow, we are not.
Nobody knows.
Anything, anything under 17 for board communication and future items?
Board communication. I'll be gone for a while, but.
And Jennifer, you're gonna miss
I'll probably most likely miss the 10th,
the budget hearing.
10th, yep,
And you say Stephanie is gonna,
She's gonna take minutes.
oh,
I don't know if she's
oh,
taking
we're
a
not,
presentation. If you wanted to,
oh,
if you wanted to do a presentation, you're gonna have to ask her, but she'll take the minutes.
okay.
So,
Did we talked about just maybe doing printouts, right, and not
sure,
a.
we can do a printout. Why don't we talk? Or we can
Yeah.
talk tomorrow too.
Yep, let's do that.
And then I would be tentative on that December 9th. So I'd ask Stephanie to take minutes for December 9th and November 10th is what I would ask her for.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I could do the December 9th. The 10th will be a little, I had to move my date of my surgery due to a funeral. So that's kind of a little bit of a,
Okay.
little bit of a jangling, but
Yeah. that's
December
okay.
meetings shouldn't be too, those are usually really short. The plan commission typically doesn't meet in December, so.
And we're not have been, other than the amendments to the comp plan,
Yeah,
we ain't got nothing.
yeah.
Well, I have a question about that.
About which,
We had talked about making changes for Jennifer and her,
yes,
Mhm.
where is that?
it's still pending, still in the works.
Yeah, so I think
I-
we think about doing that January 1st is what we were talking about, trying to get that. So that's what we're
Yeah.
hoping. We just everything hits at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all hit.
I just wanted to make sure it didn't fall through the cracks, because I think that's important.
It's really important. I think
Yes.
It's really important. I don't know that we can make things effective by January 1st. It depends on where you're back, you know,
Yeah.
because we need to talk.
For
I
some
think
time.
that was one of the original targets was by,
Okay.
first thing in 2026.
Oh,
But even if we're a month off,
It's not.
I think your drafts you're pretty close, right? I think it's just a matter of fine tuning.
We've got to wrap it up, but we have, kind of done with that.
Yeah. But that's a good point. That's a big thing.
Oh,
Everybody set?
Yeah.
Marlon stuff.
I will be,
Yeah, yeah.
this makes no difference. I will be gone
Oh.
November 12th, and I'm probably days where there's really nothing going on. 12th through probably at least the 18th, 19th, 20th, I don't know. Something will.
So
I'll be, unfortunately, I'll be out in Southern California for a while, so.
Nice.
Oh,
So that's after our next meeting, but before the meeting after that.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to extend it, well, that's the way it goes.
of course. Here's four. Okay.
And then I just would like to point out the Wednesday, November 19th date, so everybody knows that,
Yeah.
that's that OFED.
Joint OFED.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is being canceled.
oh, okay, well, there you go, I did not know that.
So that's,
Yeah, that is being nixed.
For lack of,
We don't have any conclusions that are near term and. We didn't see it necessary to get back in front of a group that size to say. We don't have anything to go.
right,
So,
it's a good.
so yes, that, and so there is going to be a letter that comes out to each of the municipalities that summarizes where we've been, what the status is, and what we are working toward for the next several months. But there isn't a reason to bring the OFED together on the 19th to tell you that.
That's October 19th?
That's November 19th.
November.
There was, that was our next OFED joint meeting. Talking about the new fire station and ladder truck and all of that. We're not getting together. We don't have enough information to get that size group together.
No,
So we're not gonna, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Right, anything else? Last chance.
Okay, we're having our meeting tomorrow for a workshop.
Yeah.
Noon,
Yep.
Finish, and I would like to
budget.
be talking about some of the past things, the things that are still hanging.
Sure.
Like the striping that the county did, have we been billed, because they still haven't done the
They
striping
haven't
at
done
Glenway.
that.
Oh, okay, yep,
And a little bit of other things that we get quotes on, but we don't get billed.
okay. Okay.
We haven't gotten
and-
billed, I asked about steel, no, crack billing
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and coming next week, coming sometime. I asked, they're supposed to
Bill
be
that hasn't
coming.
arrived?
Different.
Work's been done?
No, not the
Okay, it has
Oh.
not been done and hasn't been billed.
But I did get a message
What
from,
was the company that was supposed to be?
Crack filling service.
That's, the main company, so, right.
purchase of the reclaimer. I do not know where they're to rent other than the town of Dunkirk, but they are using it when we should be using it. That was that.
I'm looking more at our work with Dane County.
Mhm.
As far as some planning contracts, as well as with the village.
Okay,
The
okay.
Work out here.
Yep. So, we should bring maybe items like that, if anybody else has other things that are loose ends.
Mhm.
Wish list. I mean, I don't know how much flexibility, well, I kind of know how much there is in the budget, but anyway, just to air out whatever you think you might want to see that costs money.
Mhm.
That type of stuff, because I mean, it's early in the discussions, but it's really not. Most of it's in place, but let's at least air it out and say, okay, that has to not ever happen, not happen this year. Yes, it can happen,
Well, and it may be pushing some vision. Future.
Okay. Anything else? All right, then without objection, we are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Very good.
Nice job.
It is 2-1. Dodgers are up.
I'll